Hi guys, it's Sherry. I hope that you are having a wonderful day. Ho, 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 y'all. Stay tuned. So today I am going to switch gears because yes, we are gearing up for craft fairs. Now I personally will not be doing one this year, but I want to make sure that all of you who want to do craft fairs have some of the most unique and best crafts on your table, because that's what's going to set you apart. Like I said before, space is going to be limited. The number of people allowed in at any one time will probably be limited, and you want to make sure that you don't have to make 1,000 items just to make a few bucks. If you have an inventory of a few well-crafted items, you're gonna walk away from that craft fair with a lot of money in your pocket. So today's project is going to be one of those projects that will be a showstopper for you on your craft fair table. But it's not just for craft fairs, because this is a great stocking stuffer. It's a great anytime gift, because if you change the paper, y'all know what I'm about to say. It is a great any season, any reason, any gender gift. Perfect for that. So I am going to show you what it is. And this little cutie, I made it using my screws. And for those of you who had the question about why I put the Phillips head portion on the back, I just like the look of having the flat screw on the top. And if I was making this for a man, I probably would put the Phillips on the top. But I like that flat look for these types of projects. And before I actually show you what this is, very quick, I know a lot of times some of you will send links. Please do not send links in your comments, because they don't get through on this channel, and I'm going to explain to you why. Unfortunately, the bad behavior of a few can ruin it for the many. I have received several raunchy comments with links from men about my hands and what they would like for me to do with my hands. Guys, it's just straight up nasty. So in order to eliminate that from happening, I don't allow any comments with links to get through. I have it set that way with my YouTube profile. So if you have a link and you don't see your link, that's the reason why. So please don't send links. You can send suggestions of where items might be found, but links, I don't allow those to get through. And on to this little beauty. This is a wonderful, wonderful Christmas item, but I'm going to show you guys something. Y'all know how I am an upside down girl. Well, I did it again. I put my back on upside down, but that's okay. When we make our project, my back is going to be on the right way. But this is just so stinking cute. And when you open it up, it's a recipe book. That's what this is. Page after page of recipe cards. And I'm leaving the back blank so that if you have notes that you want to carry over to the back, you've got that white space to be able to write it. But guys, I'm telling you, this is just a fabulous little gift. And the cards that I'm using for this project are cards that I got from Tuesday morning. And I know that not everyone has a Tuesday morning, so the size of these cards are 4 by 6. So if you have 4 by 6 recipe cards, these will work with this project. And so here is what we're going to need to make today's project. I have 10 sheets of just regular copier paper cut at 6 3/8 by 4 3/8, and I have 2 pieces of 6 by 10 paper. And isn't that beautiful? I have 2 pieces of chipboard that measure 1 1/2 by 4 1/2, and then I have 2 pieces of chipboard that measure 4 1/2 by 6 1/2. So let's get started on making this. So the way that I am going to put these down, so I know that I don't put my papers in upside down, I am just going to go ahead and turn them in the opposite direction. Then I'm going to flip them over just like this, and that way I will know that when I need to put this together, my papers are facing the right way. So I have tape on the back of my chipboard. I am going to remove this tape and we're going to put this together. Okay guys, so now that we have our tape off of the back of the chipboard, we're going to take one of the 1.5 by 4.5 inch pieces and I am going to place it down. Then I'll take my 4.5 by 6.5 inch piece and I am going to place that down, giving myself just a little more than 1/8 of an inch in spacing. And we'll leave that just like that. So now I'm going to do the same thing down here. So I've pretty much got these lined up. I'm doing a little eyeballing though. If you want to come in with your scoreboard and make scores so that you can make sure you have yours lined up, you can do that. But I am coming in on my side about 1/2 inch, and then I'm placing down my 1.5 by 4.5 inch piece. I am going to slide this up just a little bit, and I'll slide that up so that I've got it lined up. Then I'm going to take my piece that measures 4.5 by 6.5, and I'm placing that down, giving myself just a little more than 1/8 of an inch in spacing. And now that I have just a little bit of excess here, I'm going to trim that off. And then I'm going to use my stylus just to go around the edges to get my fold started. This is not likely to crack, but if you are going to use a paper that might crack on you, use this technique. It'll help minimize that cracking. And now all I need to do is stand it up, fold it over on all 4 sides. Then I'll use my scissors and I'm going to miter my ends. Okay, so once we have our edges mitered, I am just going to use my tape roller to just put tape on these flaps, and then I'll fold them in and we'll get this stuck down. So all I'm going to do is fold that over, use my bone folder to get that stuck. Do this on all 4 sides, and then I'm going to use my bone folder to go along my edges to get everything nice and crisp looking. And there's one. Alright guys, so now that we have the 2 of these done, I am just going to look at them, and yes, they are going in the right direction. So now we need to take our liner pieces, and I forgot to mention these, but we have 2 liner pieces that measure 8 by 4.25, and we're going to put those down. So the first thing that I need to do is line both of these with tape, and then I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I have my tape lifted from my board here, and I am going to take my glue and I will place glue on all 4 sides of my liner piece. And again, that liner piece is 8 by 4.25. And then we can put this down. I have already done one, so we can put our book together after we do this one. So I am just going to take this piece, get it stuck, try to get it down nice and even, go over it with the paper towel first, spread out that glue. Then I'll use my bone folder to really work that glue in. And now I'm going to turn it over this way first, and I am going to find that spine and use my bone folder to really get in there and work that spine in this direction. Then I'll come back on this side and work it even more. So I really do want that spine loosened because it needs to go back and forth, back and forth. So just keep working it until you have it nice and loose and you're ready to rock and roll. So now we have a nice loose spine, and I have already done this one. So we have our 2 book jackets ready to go. So the way that I am going to punch my holes, and thanks to Maria Zarita for suggesting this, that the cinch be used for this. Now, the cinch is only going to make your holes close to the edge, and I'm okay with that. If you want your holes closer to the center, use whatever punching system that you have, but just make sure that you get your papers lined up. So this is my cinch, and all I'm going to do is, because of where I want my holes punched, I have got peg number 2 and peg number 7 pushed in. So those are the only 2 holes that are going to punch. So I am going to take my first piece face up, put it in, and bring down the handle on my cinch, and you can see that it placed 2 holes for me. And now I'll take the second piece, but this time when I put it in, I need to put it in with the liner facing up. So I'll put it in exactly where I had that one. And now you can see that I have 2 holes that are just perfect on this. So now I need to do my papers, and I can do all of these papers at one time. So I don't change anything about my peg punches. I just line my paper up on the inside, and now I have my holes punched. I've got these little punchy pieces that came from my cinch going through the paper. And so now I can take these, and when I put them in my book, I have got perfect alignment. So all you need to do is make sure that wherever you put your holes, the holes are in the same place on your paper. So what I could have done is I could have scored each one of these pieces so that they would just fold very easily, but I noticed that for me it's not a big deal to just do it the way that I'm doing it. So I'm going to take the flat part of the screw, put it in, and now I can take the screw part. I'm going to grab my screwdriver and just put it in. And I might need to pick it up and just press my finger against the flat part to really get my screw in there nice and tight. And when I want to take that screw out, all I need to do is get that screwdriver out again, take it out, add or remove pages if I want. So now I'm going to do the same thing on this side. So now I'll screw in the other side as well, pick it up, hold it, so I can get my screw nice and tight. And now you can see I have this sweet little book, and I am simply going to take just a few of these pages, add some double-sided tape runner to the back, and then I'm going to take this and just put it down to where it's nice and centered on this page. And don't you think that's just lovely? So I am going to do another one. I am going to take my recipe card, run some double-sided tape on the back, and get this stuck down. And I'll do the rest of the pages off camera, but you guys see exactly what it is I've done. We basically have this wonderful little book where we can fold back the top and we can write our recipes, or we can stand it up and check out the recipes as we need to use them. And now I have these awesome stickers from Echo Park, and I am going to just take one of the stickers and put it on the inside. And I like this one that says Santa's Toy Shop. So I am going to just stick that one down on the inside. I'm not going to add anything coming out here. Then on the front, I want to pick something out that's just not too obtrusive. So I think I'm going to go with this little one that says Noel, and I am going to take a strip of this red and just use it as a border strip. And I'll put that down just like that. Then I'll use my scissors to just trim off my excess. Sweet. And now I can take this little Noel and put it right there, just to give it a nice little touch. Doesn't take much. And so now, guys, we have the most fabulous little recipe book, perfect for gift giving, perfect for selling at those craft fair tables. This really is one of those sweet, fun, crisp, slick little gifts that we can make to either give or sell. And so I am going to bring the other one back in so you can see just how absolutely gorgeous these really are. And you saw how easy they were to make. And in another video, I'm going to show you why this paper is so doggone special. So I hope that y'all have liked this project. And if you have, please hit the like button. If you are not a subscriber to my channel, I would love to have you join my online crafting family. You guys have a great day. Happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.